Be right back. Cat wants food.
Alright, as soon as the cat decides he's satisfied with food, we should begin.
Yes.
Yep.
Because we're beginning literally as a new set of prisoners along the murderous family is just about to enter your town.
Oh boy.
I will.
I'm also quietly helping the prince deal with that murderous family, making sure he's completely corrupted.
Alright,
I am going to meet.
here's the situation. Right now, the captain guards himself has hired the Gimmin to escort the family between escort the family. Like, okay, right now, as soon as everything loads up, you have Major Bloodpike, 4 paladins, some gearmen, which you said you're assigned, and the captain of the guards with paperwork, and Sister Hart with some paperwork.
I put down the numbers of the yearmen. I would meet with Bloodpike there.
Good morning. Well, not exactly good morning.
I know. Anyways, Bloodpike, I brought the contingent with me, and I'll give him a paper that shows it. Or actually, no, I'll just look at him and say, here's the contingent I have. I have brought with me 25 gearmen, along with 5 Jaegers.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, good. We need some help. We need some help until that boat arrives.
Yes, these men alone have been personally tasked with helping with the guard of the family. I am also to help you out as well with any situation as well. I want to make sure that this is a, other than the executioner that we have dealt with, this is a top priority, not only for the safety of the gearmen, but for the safety of every civilian under our care.
Yes. And we got to figure out what to do with that scythe.
Hey, are you guys in Roll20? Because it's not loading on my end.
It says the connection has interrupted.
Yeah, it says mapping dungeons for me, but
I think Roll20's down.
Let me try.
I'll actually show you what's happening on my end.
I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna see if I can actually get on Roll20. I think Roll20 just died. Really?
Status Roll20.net.
Yeah.
No, it's saying everything's fine.
Like,
hold on.
Yeah, you can see what's happening on my end, right?
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, that's the same on mine. Well,
yeah, mine just.
Kevin roll dice right now.
Rolling. It says loading for me.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm just stuck on hatching dragons.
Oh no! Oh no!
Our hubris.
There is a backup. There is a backup we can use. It's the Roll20 on my private server on my Discord.
Nah, don't worry about it.
I guess we'll use dice rolls until for now. That's means I have to keep my stream up to make sure it's fair for you at least.
Yeah, I have like any random roll dice.
Like random.
We'll give you the modifiers as needed.
Yeah, random number generator to make sure everything's.
Yeah. I'm using a Roll20 on my Discord.
We don't have time to add one of those bots to this server.
No, I'm just gonna stay in. I just have it on my tab ready. Yeah. Oh my god!
I'm just waiting to see what it does. Our hubris. We thought we could start early. Roll20 says no.
This is Roll20 telling us no. You don't start until Jim Pan. All right. Curse you, Jim Pan.
Alright, so until Roll20 gets its act together, we'll use random number generator for dice rolls. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
I'm looking at Major Blood Pipe.
Anyway, Blood Pike, 4 paladins, the gearman, and the guard captain is and Sister Heart's waiting for the prisoners to arrive, including the 4 prisoners, including their murderous family.
Mm-hmm.
First,
do we currently have them in cells?
no, they're literally walking to the village right now. Another set of guards from see, I don't have Roll20, so I don't have the names of the freaking town yet. From Roseport is actually bringing them here. All right, Sister Heart, do what they need to do. And this is how, this is the first time I did do this before Lady Moon Day arrives. Miss Harriet, Miss June, yes, you've been acquitted. I'm here to acquit you for the unintentional, unintentional murder of your husband. I don't know these legal terms. Yes. You said you want to be a nun, and the blind judge said that you're telling the truth. Right? Is that correct? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Right. Sign these papers, and we'll get you to church to a proper nun ceremony. All right. She signs the papers, and she's left with Sister Heart.
Don't worry, I'll provide for the graduating class.
Graduating class is only one, unfortunately. Her.
And I shall provide for her.
Sister Heart, after your graduation party, come on, and after we're done with this business with the family, come down to Enzo's. I'll cook you a mighty meal to celebrate your achievement.
And I shall pour you the finest brandy that we have just created. And I'll actually let you be the first one to try it. It's actually a new one, Louis the 18th.
Yes, thank you. And now, guard captain, if you please. The guard captain grumbles because he's used to send minions and second-rate people to do this stuff, but since they're so low on guards, and since the bull hasn't arrived yet, he has to do it. All right, let's see if all these people are counted number 4. Sign the paperwork. We both sign the paperwork, and then we'll split you off into regular prison and juvenile detention as the bull arrives. You understand? Whatever. He pretty much calls out all their names, including the 4 family members. All the paperwork signed, and it's like, now if you excuse me, I have to stay a couple of days. Unfortunately, I have to stay a couple of days since the boat arrives, since technically I'm responsible for you. And Roll20 is back.
Back?
Oh,
it's back.
It's back.
Praise the sun.
Praise the Omnissiah.
Praise beer.
Seawall, did you just go up to the Roll20 site, just whack it with your wrench, and just poof?
Yes. We have about 1 minute before it crashes again.
Alright, just testing a quick roll. Okay, can everyone see that?
Yeah. Can't we see my roll?
I can see Ty's, but not Kiri's.
I can see Kiri.
I saw Kiri. I see Ty's. I'm gonna do mine real quick.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
See if it works. Yep, it does.
Yep, mine's working too. Hooray!
Yep, a 3 and a 13. Excellent.
Ty, this is for the Gearman. The prisoners are all lined up, correct?
Yeah, yeah. The adults are going. The adults, including of course the two parents of the two murdered parents, are going to the regular prison, to regular holding cells, and the juveniles, including of course the two kids, are going. I assume you have juvenile detention centers in your things.
Uh,
If not, I'm going to do a role play moment that says, okay, then they're going to they'll keep them outside until you find a until they build a proper juvenile detention center.
yeah, I don't even think we have a regular detention center, but I don't think we have a juvenile area.
But the captain's like, oh crap, that means I have to stay here and guard these kids until we
I'm gonna
build
look at
one real quick.
I'm gonna look at the captain. I'm gonna ask him. Besides the two serial killers, what are the other kids charged with?
Remember, it's a family, so all four of them are serial killers. They just split them between the family and the adult. Just splitting the adults with the They just splitting the adults and the children.
I thought you meant like there were more than just these four. Never mind.
Oh, there. Okay, there are more than the four. Yes.
Yeah, I was basically asking if there are other children, juveniles in custody. What are their crimes? Like I'm thinking like petty crimes, like I don't know, stealing from a cart.
They're not going to send the bill for petty crimes. Only like a master thief, a rapist, a murderer, or something too extreme to rehabilitate.
All right. So with this in mind, and now that we're gonna have to split, what I will do is I'll call for an additional 50 gearmen, and 25 will help guard the adults. The other 25 will help guard the juveniles. 3 snipers will be put with the adults, so they're gonna be in overwatch positions, overlooking the adults, and 2 are gonna overwatch the children. And I'm gonna look at the captain, and in a serious tone, I'm gonna say, if they try to escape whatsoever, what is the rules? Do we try to stop them, or do we shoot them on sight?
Any prisoner that's waiting for a boat, he actually pulls out the rule book since he has it as well. Any prisoner that tried to, because he's been, it's been so long since he's done this as well. Let me see. According to the rules, any prisoner that escapes while waiting for transport, you kill on sight that's been declared too dangerous for him to let free. So yeah, that's your answer.
Gotcha.
Of course, then I have to do paperwork and preserve the body to say that hey, we killed him. Here's proof.
Alright, that is all I need to know for that. And with a call to the gearmen. So the way the gearmen are going to be guarded, the people are going to be in their regular cells until we find a place for the juveniles. But when they're escorting prisoners to the boat, all gearmen are going to have bayonets fixed, and not at the low rate, but like sort of like they're not lowering the rifle full, but like halfway. If you know what I mean.
So kind of like where it's like held almost diagonally to the body?
Yes. And they'll be marching either to the side or behind.
Okay, I think I know what you mean. I'm picturing a Revolutionary War soldiers. They have it like, not down fully, but like a quarter, like halfway there, and still marching forward. Something like that.
Yeah, behind the prisoners with, the bayonets a little bit away from them, but enough to remind them if you stall, you're gonna get poked. If you try to escape, you're gonna get poked and shot.
So we're gonna keep these guys in a cell, right?
Yeah, we gotta find a place for the juveniles, though. Do we have a place that we can...
The other thing they want to because they want to separate them from the normal population, even though there's only 2 juveniles.
What about in our keep? Couldn't we add a rehabilitation
center? What about the say, Seawolf?
Well, the thing is, we what was it? What was it? I'm trying to think. What was it? We technically do have cells in the keep. We could keep them in neighboring cells with, so we can kind of keep the guards close together while keep them separated from general population. We control that.
And what if we were to try to introduce some re-education measures?
No.
Who
are we talking
about? I'm going to tell you right now, the parents are too far gone. They're too insane. The kids,
about the children.
The kids, you'll see. You'll see what the king has in store for at least one of the kids.
Again, guys, I have a plan here. There is no saving these kids.
Oh well,
out of character. I'm already planning on using the murder of these kids plus a few of the paladins to cement the corruption of the prince. There's already a plan here. Why are you trying to change it?
Okay.
All right. So.
Yeah.
Let's see now.
Corrupting.
Yep. So what's more important? The lives of these fucks who will eventually end up in the hands of the king and give us more problems in the future, or the prince permanently corrupted and with us? What is more valuable?
The prince. More leverage.
So, goddammit, stop trying to change things. We already had a plan. I did this last session. I prepped.
All right, so I'm just rewriting. To say to say that there's more than just the family coming in. There's a normal prisoners coming there as well. All right, all right. Butterfly's like, all right. The boat should be here in 3 days. Like paladins, two to every one to every murderer. If you need a break, send the owl, and I'll give you a break. All right, dismissed. Captain goes like, and with that, I'm going to take a drink since I still have to be here until the boat arrives for the transfer. For the official transfer.
Oh, there's a nice tavern, Captain, that you can go to. I'll point you down the way, and you can head there. Get some nice alcohol and some good food. I'll look at the gearmen and I'll say, men, you have your orders. Group A, consisting of 25 gearmen and the 3 snipers. You guys are going to be moving towards where the adults are. You are going to keep watch on them. Help out the paladins however they need. If even one prisoner tries to escape, no matter what, you make sure that prisoner does not even leave alive. Sending a message to the rest of them that even trying to escape or even feinting an escape is circumvented by death. Have your bayonets ready as well. Group B, 25 gearmen and 2 Jaegers. You guys are going to be responsible for helping to keep an eye on the juveniles. You will also do the same thing as what the Group A will do. Any of them tries to escape whatsoever or feign an escape, you have all rights to shoot them dead. And I will put this. If I even hear a lick or even a single word of you gentlemen talking with these prisoners in a friendly manner, you will be punished. You are to keep your guard at all times. Do not let them sway you with their words. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. The same goes to the paladins. If you try to talk to them, and these kids are far too gone. These people are far too gone. If you try to talk to them in any way, I will send you back to the school, and you don't want to deal with that staff sergeant again, do you? No, sir.
I will look at all the gearmen, and I'll also say, "You have your orders. Move out."
And just to let you know, remember, Seawall, you control that captain. Remember?
Oh yeah, the captain of the guards. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do control him, but the problem is the king is pushing fucking hard on this one. I don't know how much I can push back. So for now, look, I'll have him make sure that they're in the same. I'll use the captain, make sure to put them in cells next to each other.
Like, all right. Well, in that case, even though you don't have a juvenile detention center. Anyway, yeah, put them in cells next to each other. Like, try make a wall between so that they don't conspire or anything like that.
I also put an order to the gearmen watching the adults and say, if the prisoners even talk at all, you are to shut that shit down. Any of them try to conversate with each other, immediately separate them. I do not want any of them talking, plotting, or anything. Especially that goes for the two juveniles. Make sure that the prisoners know that they are there. I got the door. Sorry about that. Make sure these prisoners know that no matter what, they are now confined. They are prisoners. They do not even have the right to speak.
Yes, sir.
Women, you all have your orders. Move out.
And so the prisoners the prisoners including the family is escorted to the prison to be locked up. The captain of the guards and Major Bloodpike is in the bar.
And how does a 24 sound for making food for them?
Right.
Alright. Bloodpike knows you could cook better, but maybe the stress is stringing out. The captain says he's the best food he has tasted for a while now.
I look at Bloodpipe, be like, yeah, I'm trying to. After what happened yesterday, it's still running in my head a little bit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll look at the captain. I am glad you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I will make more delicious food. If you ever stop by here again, please, I will make you the best food I can.
I wish I could, but after this order, after this, I have to go recruit Captain new knights. You know.
I'll look at Bloodpike and I give him a little elbow. I'm not push, but I'm hitting my elbow against his stomach a little bit, in a joking manner. Be like, hell, just listen to this guy about how good the food was. I still get fucking regular paladins off wanted to come here just to enjoy my food.
I guess I'll stop by here every once in a while.
Please do. The only person that seems to not really like it is the king, but I work for everyone.
The king doesn't like anything that's not that isn't sucking his, you know.
The king only likes his sycophants.
Oh, how about
And of course, let's get you a nice drink as well, Bloodpike. 27.
He drinks it. He drinks like That's nice.
You're Dimsos. You're not going to be walled for quality. Isn't that right, boys?
All right.
And I kind of shout to the kitchen. But yes, here, Dimsos, you'll always get a good meal. And very good food and good drink.
and you know what? After you all enjoy your food, I'll get it ready for you, and I'm gonna go in the back. I'm actually gonna make this fresh with the helping hand of that one cook. Huh.
Who called in sick, I guess.
Maybe the cook isn't was put in charge of the freaking.
Are we gonna be in? Should I waste the hero point?
Probably not. He's like, not the best. Like Blood Play
Oh,
says.
I'm gonna try to do one more attempt. No, literally, I went to the back and tried to make donuts. I think this is a batch that I just burned.
Also, hi, Jim Pan.
Well, also
Hello.
remember, a 19 isn't bad. It's just you kind of did, what we consider
all
average.
I was gonna say is maybe you're all stretched out because of the
Yeah.
of everything
Yeah,
that happened so far.
I'm just gonna look. Be like, yeah, I think I need to take a break. I'm gonna look at my co-chef or co-cook, and I'll be like, I think I'm just gonna take the rest of the day off. I need to recharge my batteries per se.
After everything that happened to me today and that psychopathic family coming to town, yeah, I can understand. Don't worry, we take care of the kitchen.
I entrust you all. I'll basically grab myself a bowl of the food that I made for Blood Pike. Not the one I got at 19, but the one I got at 24. I'm gonna sit like at the other end of the bar, here while they're probably sitting, at the stools, and I'm just gonna chat with them as I'm eating, and be like, yeah, this whole week, it's been. I don't know what fate has, but fate is really messing with me this week. I'll say that much.
Yeah, well.
I
So for now, I'll quietly be working with the prince to help him plan his, very very messy assassination of these people.
all right, back with the prince.
Yep.
All right,
As
so
long as
how am I going to do this? Apparently, I have to break into your prison to
I can make
assassinate this family.
I can make sure that no one notices you. I can make sure that you can get in. It's not that hard. I've got plenty of gearman uniforms. We can easily get you in one. You've got a slight limp, but I think you can fake it for a little while. Just make sure your face is covered. Then you'll set up the explosives and walk away. You want them in a specific location to cause a collapse on top of them to make sure there is no chance they survive. And destroy their bodies enough so they cannot be easily brought back. I'll use would it be bluff or diplomacy to kind of continue to push him down the darker path?
Bluff,
Got it.
because
Okay.
he's still part of the Saints, so bluff.
Listen to me. If you don't do this, what do you think is going to happen when your father gets bored with the next with his next plaything and he starts eyeing up your wife? I'm going to use a hero point to reroll that. 21.
The fuck's
Yeah.
with these nat ones?
Yeah.
Like he thinks about it, but that's the only thing you do is think about it.
You don't have much time.
Like Father should be here tomorrow. I don't know even the captain of the guards realized that he's going to set them free.
Yeah. Fine.
From what I see, it's just he thinks he's just a normal prisoner exchange.
Yeah, so. And I'll just let him stew for a little bit. I'll quietly have a meeting with the wife and go like, we need to. Your husband is being a little bit
Touchy-feely.
a little bit president to do what needs to be done. We need to push him over the edge.
He never killed before, but I knew a couple of tricks to get people to kill for me.
I've been saying that the king will probably try to grab you at some point. Let's try to
Oh.
fake it.
So this job would be much easier than most things.
All that has to happen is a couple of guards will go to the house and try to take you. Gearman will stop it and push the guards away. But it needs to happen. Just be prepared for it, and make sure that he knows you're terrified of them.
Which means you have to get a couple of buried guards, the dead former guards, to get them and put on your dead former guards, since there's too few guards for the king to release now.
We'll figure something out. We'll just be prepared. And I'll go to Leaf to have a couple of the shadows dress up as those guards, and we'll fake some orders to make it look like that her presence is being demanded at the castle. Basically, feeding into the seeds of worry I've already planted in his head.
Oh boy!
William, my good friend, what are you doing at this tavern? Would you like some food?
No, I need a couple of the shadows to do a job.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna slowly be like, oh, please follow me. And I'm just gonna go to a corner of the room and instruct him to follow me, and I'll look at him. What's the job?
Need to have a couple shadows dress up as need to have a couple of guards dress up as
Two of the king's knights.
Knights with fake orders claiming that her presence is demanded at the castle. We're feeding into his worry about his family being taken from him. Need to push him over the edge.
That makes sense. I can definitely get two shadows to disguise themselves. Have it played up I'm gonna guess they want her immediately to head down the castle now.
Yeah. As in they'll try to grab her.
And conveniently we'll have a Gearman patrol pass by.
Yes.
That I can do. Let me get the shadows ready. You get the Gearmen ready. And I'm ready to Shadow 1 to... I never gave him a code name for my 2IC type. Actually, no. I know what I'm going to give him. This is Shadow 1 to Moon. Do you read?
Yes, go ahead.
I need 2 shadows near my location for a job. Or to have them dress up to play a part. Bring 2 that are very convincing for this role.
I have a couple of adventurers that'll do just fine. I'll have them do it in 5 minutes.
Okay. And basically, I'm going to wait time for the 2 to arrive.
And they arrive, and like they said, they can be convinced to do pretty much. Let me say this: they're plain looking, so they could be convinced to look like anything if they need to.
Well, good to see both of you. Now, the job that I have for you is a unique one, but this will help serve not only William, but also help us out in the long run. You 2 are going to disguise yourself as the King's Knights. You're going to head to this location. There will be a woman there. You are to go to the home, request that the woman immediately head to the king's castle as she is summoned, and as you're just about to grab her, because she will say, as soon as she says no and you're about to grab her, a group of gearmen who are patrolling will happenly be patrolling near there and hear the screams and will try to stop you. Your main thing after that is just to run. lose the trail of the gearman, and then head back here in your disguises after it is done. You're to give this woman sort of a fright. Almost make it feel like at that moment she would have been kidnapped and sent away to never see the people in her life ever again. Understood?
Yes. And
Right.
I assume we have to. I assume we have a couple of Dead Knights uniforms ready.
Yes, we do. They've been cleaned up as much as we can, and especially sewn up most of the fucking bullet holes.
Yeah.
Shit, oh my god. I'm gonna look at the two shadows like the tailor was not happy. I'll just say that much. Sewing all that back up. Anyway. Yes, the two uniforms are ready. I have them right behind me. Remember, give this lady a fright. And once this is done, I'll let you guys know when to initiate the plan and to start your talk with her. And I'm gonna leave the room, let those two get changed their uniforms, and I'm gonna radio William. William, do you read?
Yes.
The two shadows are ready for their operation. They're getting dressed right now, and we'll start getting to the rendezvous point to this house. Do you have the gearmen ready?
I do.
I'll have them start making their way over now. We'll reach the house soon. I will radio you when they are just about to knock on the door.
Okay.
But with that, Ty, I am going to carefully watch from a distance, somewhere in a hidden spot, the house that we're going to, or their two are going to, and initiate the two shadows to begin their act, to go up to the door and knock.
Okay.
And once
Go
once
ahead.
they knock, I will let William know that they have begun.
Okay. The the knock comes, and the pregnant drought answers, like, "Hey, what do you want? Hey, aren't you some of the king's men? Like, by order of the king, you have been summoned. Come with us." And her husband's right behind her, like, "What do you mean by the order of my father? Like,
And they'll probably have like a really well like order that they had saying here's his written statement or order that he gave us, and probably telling to step aside.
I can't bluff check to see if you get the king's signature at least close enough."
I've got that artistry philosophy skill that might help with some good tools. Can I try that, Ty?
Yeah.
Ty?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Roll 20 got
Hi.
him.
You live?
Oh, he's typing. I think.
Okay.
So I normally get a 12 with a bluff check. So
No. Are you... So, the thing is, this is more of a forgery thing. Wouldn't it be an artistry philosophy thing? That's kind of my thing.
oh yeah, I think that would be you, Seawall. Yeah, you do that.
We're waiting for Ty right now to figure out what's going on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you now.
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, what would that be? Would that be Seawall's forgery?
Forgery, yeah.
Well, there really isn't a forgery check in the game. I think linguistics maybe, but could I use artistry philosophy because it's kind of what I specialize in with my
Yeah.
benchmark tools for that?
Yeah,
as well?
that's why I was like,
Yeah.
okay, forgery isn't in the game.
24. Yeah. Hopefully that at least passes the smell test.
I would say one short, but I'm going to give it a pass. Because it actually was 25, but I'll give it. And what was Jim Pan trying to type?
Nothing.
Okay. I'll give it a pass. This is like literally one short of what I actually wanted.
So I guess they show the husband this saying we have the king's orders, and to basically step aside, she needs to come with us, and they are just about to grab her when.
Yep, the Gearmen start coming up.
She screams, "Help! Help! 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 Help!"
Yep, the Gearmen will kind of go into action and go, "What the hell's going on here?" You try to back off.
But the prince even tries to take a swing at him, and obviously he's going to miss, but just for shits and giggles.
Wait, who's trying to swing on who?
The prince is going to try to take a swing at the guards.
Yeah.
And obviously he swings and miss because, well...
Yeah, not very well trained, doesn't have a weapon on his hand.
Yeah. It's literally just a punch. No, trying to defend his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so... Yeah. The Gearmen will basically chase them off.
Knights will, yell, hoot, and holler, say, you know who you're dealing with, all the typical stuff, and then, slowly the knights will back away, knowing that they're outnumbered. They can't deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
It will, start and run back, and of course, making sure no one sees them, and go into back alleys, and converting back into their shadow form.
As a princess...
Yeah. Eventually, William will probably be called to the scene, as the head of the Gearmen.
And of course he escorts his wife back to the couch to rest.
Probably shaken at this experience. Probably almost grabbed. She's probably shaken. Almost uncontrolled, crying.
Oh yeah, she's a match. Like she should get an Academy Award for her level of acting. Well, the only thing she can't act is being pregnant, but
yeah, well, yeah. So
whenever we go by the prince's house now, he is very pissed now.
Yeah, I'll make sure to keep him separate from.
Yeah, does William get a call about this incident?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd hope he would.
Alright, so what you call is pissed, so if you're going to try to convince him again, now's a good time, because you have an advantage.
Oh yeah, let's just look. I see. Yep, so rolling with advantage now. 30. Yep.
I've never done this before.
Look, I get it.
But after... Go ahead.
The thing is, we need to cut your father off from power. You know how dangerous he is. How unstable. He'd have sent guards. Try to kidnap your pregnant wife to do gods know what.
My sister won't be here for a week. All right.
Yeah.
He goes to the second room like, what do I need to do?
Yeah. Look.
If you're wondering, 30 wasn't the magic number.
I'll give him just kind of the general. I'll try to walk him. But I'll just try to fill in, put little gaps in it, kind of do a bit of an inception thing where kind of get him to come up with the idea a little bit. Incept it a little bit. Okay, so basically, as I said, just kind of, I lead him to it. Basically, I have a certain idea for how I want him to do it. I'm going to try to get him to figure that's him for himself. So, like, look, he's going to slip in wearing a Gearman's outfit. He's going to fake not having a limp, even if it hurts a little bit. I'll give him something to deal with the pain, painkiller. Then he will then carefully plant the timed explosive device. Probably have it in a leather bag that he just sets down by the jail cell when no one's really paying attention. and then just leave. And I'll make sure it's not found. As well as the guard duties to be light at that time.
Alright, so I'm going to have to roll 4 separate stealth checks.
Can I give him
for the paladins to see if they actually see the item?
Mm-hmm.
The Gearman says the Gearman's uniform is usually like face covering and everything.
Yeah.
He passes, but they see if they can see the item. So
There's probably like he probably goes to like there's like 2 different checks of security. There's like he's trying to get to the cells, and there's the gearman saying halt identification before he can give the papers. Maybe I walk up, say, "Oh, here, let me look at the papers," and I'll look at it. Like, all right, soldier, on with you. Let him through.
Yeah.
And wow, I rolled like crap.
Yeah.
Dude,
one of them only has a chance to see it. Then that's not probable.
What? Roll 20's just really being a dick to us.
That it is.
All right, so oops, there we go. All right, so let's see how the one person that did spot. Let's see how long it takes him before he spots it.
And is there anything I can do to try to distract?
You could distract them if you want.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's through bluff.
Yeah. Other than that, it'll take him 3 hours to find it.
24. So
okay, so double that. So 6 hours to find it.
Yeah. Well, again, it's a timed explosive. It's meant to go off maybe 10 minutes after he's left.
Oh, so
yeah, I gave him a pencil detonator, Ty, with the TNT. He has a bag full of TNT with a pencil detonator. It's meant to go off and kill them. I want them dead. I want the blood of those people and a couple of paladins on his hand, so he's easier to control.
Of course, before the explosive goes off, maybe the gearmen are about to change guard, so there won't be some gearmen for a couple minutes.
What is
we have to sacrifice some gearmen in this too.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we have to sacrifice some gearmen.
What is a pencil detonator?
A pencil detonator is a chemical detonator that was developed around World War II, but technologically very simple as a concept. I've already developed it. It's basically a brass tube that has a vial of acid inside of it and a wire. When you break that, the acid spills out and it will eat the wire, leading to a little spring-loaded mechanism to hit a little mercury fulminate detonator at the bottom. They were pretty popular in the Second World War for commando raids. So.
Okay, I think I found an image of one.
Yeah, they're very simple technologically.
Posting in the Wednesday chat.
Yeah.
This is what you were talking about, right? Pathfinder game.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Simple, technologically very simple. All it takes is some pliers to activate it.
Or a good strong grip.
All right, so so here's what happens. Mm-hmm. After about, let's say, 10-15 minutes, the detonator goes off. Mm-hmm. The one paladin that knows something is off blocks with his shield, so he's knocked on his ass,
and injured but alive.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the other 3 paladins wasn't so lucky.
And please tell me
as well as some gearmen, and of course, their family is buried underneath the rubble. Even the cleric's sister tried to heal her family, but to no avail. She eventually gets crushed to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many gearmen did we lose in that explosion?
Let's fight the side.
Mm-hmm.
Where there were 25 garden.
Well, you wouldn't have all 25 around that cell.
12 or 14. 12 unfortunately did not survive the explosion.
Yeah.
I will invent drinks, specific drinks with their names in mind.
Like,
kind of like what you see in like Cyberpunk 2077 in that one bar.
Like, actually, a gearman runs straight back to the bar to explore what happened. Blackpack and Captain race over to investigate.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and it's like, what? Fucking. I'm gonna look up like, let's fucking go. I'm gonna fucking run with him.
So Bloodpack, the captain, and you are running towards the now collapsed cell. Like, what the fuck happened?
I'm gonna look, Ty. Does it look like there may be other collapse of the building? Like, is there any other walls that may collapse soon?
Depends on how good the explosive seawall made.
Well, I'm looking to see like,
if it's like precise, then no or wall's going to collapse. If it's not, then couple all walls will collapse eventually.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about me having to do some emergency repairs.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm craft. Is it going to be an engineering check or the craft machinery check?
And I'd say engineering check.
Engineering. Okay. So that'll be 37. Oh, just remove the one from the front. Remove the one from the front. It was a 55 result. My bad. Just 55.
Oh,
yeah.
It's only a 55 instead of a 155. So.
All right. So. At least you stop.
I'm guessing we're getting like emergency, metal bracing to reinforce things while we clear the rubble out. Then we'll rebuild it using, concrete and metal supports.
Yeah.
As William is working on, putting the emergency supports, I'm on the Gearman channel being like, "Yo, Gearman, we have an explosion at the prison. Repeat, explosion at the prison. I need Gearman here now. I need a standby area for medics. We're gonna have a lot of casualties. Get the fucking healers ready."
Yep.
This is a Trauma 1 emergency. Repeat, Trauma 1.
Golden, did we ever make an official list of things? Because this now sound a little wacky. Just say we have an emergency, bro. Just say we have an emergency. We need everyone. We don't need to come up with code names anymore.
Hey, it's the military. I wanted to do that. I'm sorry.
I supply the wood grain alcohol, by the way.
Yeah, so.
That shit's good antiseptics.
Blood Tank is one injured paladin out there, but he tries to check on the other three, but even his tail match is not going enough to save them.
Yeah, I'm probably helping Bloodpike. He's dragging his paladin. I'm moving in with him, helping to drag this paladin out here, saying, "Medic, we need a medic."
Why am I just picturing Saving Private Ryan Normandy landing?
And as much as he wants to save his other three paladins, he's prioritizing saving the rest of the gearmen because they're still alive and
I'm probably going.
And in order to save those three paladins, they have to have a reincarnate spell. Unfortunately, his god does not allow that.
I probably imagine, the medics, they're rushing for every gearman, probably putting them in certain areas, like least affected to most effective. Just fucking chaos. Gearmen are blocking all the shit, make sure no civilians get injured or wander into it.
I know for a fact I can't do a whole lot, but I'll provide all the wood grain alcohol you need for antiseptic needs.
Yep. I'm just gonna look at you and be like, go to the medics with this. See if they need help anywhere. Help them out the best you can. I'm gonna help Bloodpike.
Hey.
And that's pretty much what's happened most of the evening. Bloodpike and Scrap is clearing out. Well, obviously some of the prisoners as well, because they're still going right to their deaths, but they're not going to get exploded to death.
Yeah.
we eventually find the 4 bodies of the people we were hoping?
Oh yeah, they're buried alive.
It'll probably take days to clear this out, Leaf. Even
Yeah.
with
They're-
with the mining drills and things like that, because we got to be careful because we
They're
got to do
like-
reinforcement check, reinforcement, all that.
most of them were. All right, the little kid got killed instantly. The parents got killed with injuries, and the sister, who is a quote unquote cleric, died 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 when her oxygen was cut off.
Yeah, how many days, Ty, were we at this site just clearing out the rubble, making sure all the bodies were accounted for?
It'll be like 2 or 3 days at tops. The sister died literally like a couple minutes before you got to her.
Darn. What a shame. And yeah, just how about with that? And let's see. Much better. There will also be a small temporary kitchen for the workers, giving them at least some protein, some energy back. For like a nice hearty stew for all of them because of the manual labor that everyone's doing.
Bart Pike also summoned a couple of the graduating paladins to help out with this mess, and to fortunately bury the bodies of his paladin brothers, if you will.
Yeah, as he's burying the paladins, we're also getting ready to bury all the gearmen. We'll do the 21 gun salute for the gearmen.
All right, the one paladin that was pretty much at ground zero is unconscious. Who knows how long it's going to be out for? So yeah, you have an unconscious paladin in the hospital.
I'll probably as like it's starting to die down as we start getting the rest of the bodies out. I'll go up the blood pike and have a bowl in my hand of the stew. Like, here, man, you need to eat. You need to get something in your system.
And you need a drink. And I actually give him like a watered down beer.
And you guys see once again his left hand is bloody. You can see
blood pipe.
As you see him punching the tree, his I guess favorite tree now. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll look at blood pipe. Like, blood pipe, look at me, buddy. You need to eat. All right, you need to have some in your system. Just something here. Just eat this. Something to get in your system. Gary, bring the drink.
Absolutely.
Just blood pipe. Just take a seat right here. Calm yourself down. Take a couple deep breaths. Enjoy the meal. All right.
I should have been there. I could have survived.
It's all right.
Now they're definitely on my hands. That man have that man have family. You have to go tell them that their husband, their father, is laying unconscious. And those winds gonna wake up.
I will be there with you as well to help you through this. This is a very difficult time right now, but you have to stay strong.
I know what you're going through, Blood Pike. You know that I am a member of the Order of the Flagon. Have you ever considered that there are times where I have questioned why did I live and other members of my order died? I have always questioned that. Why did I always live? And it is with that motivation to do what I can to ensure that others would live and to honor their memories. That's why I became a brewmaster. Because I know they would have enjoyed these drinks. And by doing so, I can, at least in my own mind and in my own heart, keep their memories alive. So, Do not wallow in this way. It is a terrible area you can never come back from. Find solace. You have survived, and you have a way to honor your comrades. Find a way to do so.
Tell their story. Tell who these men were. How kind, how generous, how noble they were. Let their stories go on. Let it be known, not only that, but to live on. Live on so that way you can keep preserving their memory. That's at least the least you can do for them. Because I bet you, if the situation was reversed and you were down there and dead, they would try everything to preserve your memory and to live on. Keep going forward in honor of you. You treat your men good. Let them know that.
You're right. Sorry. As it finally starts to do healing his hand. And with that, I'll be right back on devour some lunch real quick.
Alright, lunch break, everyone.
Yay!
This is like the second time we put Major Bloodpike through like a traumatic event.
And
First one was. Go ahead.
And we're actually trying to help him, as if we're freaking therapists.
Well, we're also doing it for our own gain.
Oh, absolutely.
I just you know what, Kira? You know what's gonna be fun? I'm gonna make sure to get a sign and put like a fence line around that tree, and it just says Bloodpike's therapy tree. If he ever needs to go back and punch a tree, this tree will be waiting for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. First time I actually. But yeah, dude, fucking roll 20. What the hell? A nat 1 trying to make donuts. How do I fuck up on making donuts?
We agreed. We just got to sabotage materials
Yeah,
that we unfortunately failed to realize.
or maybe as my guy was like cooking, you know, he had the flashbacks of you getting stabbed, you bleeding on the ground, like almost dead. Like he snaps like reality, and there's just all burnt because he put them in the oven for too long. Oh my. How much TNT did you pack in there, Seawall?
Enough. Well, technically it's blasting clay, but yeah, with a stick detonator.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. I mean, the scary thing is when we start, slipping this stuff into other people's boats and basically destroy the entire world economy except for our boats. Yeah, we're industrializing, Leaf.
Oh yeah, it's. I think it's just more fun to see just them, like that explosion, seeing the test bed of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Not
lost.
the first time we've used the blasting clay for sabotage.
Won't be the first. Definitely won't be the last.
Yeah, definitely not the last.
Yeah, right now in our current roster, yeah, if I have this all correct, we have 438 gearmen. And if I am correct, let's see how big that is. Oh, give me one moment.
We're level 10, Japan.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, sorry about that. I am back.
Welcome back.
As I am. As am I.
So I was looking at something, Ty. If I am correct, which... Yeah. So we just about, if we're going off regular military, we just about have... Come on, give me the image. Because if I get this correct, yeah. We have just about 2 companies worth of gearmen.
Nice.
Nice.
Each company is about 600 to 200 soldiers. If we're going max, fuck, that's 8 platoons. So yeah, if we could reach like another company strength, so if we get like another company of gearmen, then we have enough for a battalion at the lowest end. God, a battalion of gearmen, that just sounds scary.
Oh boy.
Yep.
But yeah, 2 companies worth of gearmen right now with some to spare.
Anyway, are you any plans before the ship arrives, or are you going to just wait for the ship to arrive?
Well, we'll wait for the ship to arrive because we've got to intercept the princess.
No, the ship to take the prisoners away.
Well, they're dead, so I mean, we'll just have to look. The prisoners are fucking dead.
They still have to sign the paperwork.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I'll have like some gearmen waiting with me, staying at attention. Probably Williams there as well. I don't know if he is.
Alright, so the first ship arrives, and and Margie and a couple of the gearmen that you send off to that island is looking rather refreshed thanks to the island's oasis. Comes down like, alright, I'm here for the prisoners. Where are they?
Dead.
I'm afraid there has been a unfortunate circumstance.
Wait, dead? What happened?
I'll just look at William and just basically point her
Tell somebody was able to sneak in, utilizing a gearman uniform, planted explosives, and well, part of the castle collapsed in on them. Lost several guards to a dozen gearmen. Entire family's dead. Buried alive, bodies just unrecoverable. We burned them.
The car was like, I can confirm that.
Yeah.
All right. You know the deal. Let me see the bodies to confirm that.
I show him the fucking urns. It's
like she pretty much touches all urns. Like, yeah, it's been confirmed. Let me step on father. And okay, you see the show Castlevania, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she pulls out a chest, places it down, and it's pretty much a mirror assembles in front of you all. I like this one of the newest technology. This one of the newest things that Grand Sorcerer's Black came up with, and you see eventually like Winston in his laboratory, and you look at a laboratory, and it's pretty much the emergency room from hell, as in bone saws, cut off limbs, blood 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 of each type, a sewing machine just for the purpose of assembling parts, and a couple of prisoners who, let's just say, it's not going to have a very good day. Like, father. What is it? As you can see, I'm busy. Uh, sorry to bug you, father, but all the prisoners are dead. I confirm the bodies have been confirmed. Really, such a shame. They were made excellent. They were made excellent. They were made excellent Dark Knights or whatever. Still trying to come up with a name, you know. Are their bodies at least are their bodies at least concerned for raised dead? No, they've been burnt alive. Damn it. Like, at the same time, the kings arrive. Like, wait, what do you mean they're dead? Yes, they're dead. King Silverstone. You here to take away some of my prisoners, or now former prisoners? Like, and what is your goal? Let's see now. If I remember, is a family. The youngest boy was a murderer, so. And since you're only one executioner, that's fanatical to your ends. I could say your goal was to have him murder his parents and sister, and then come with you. Isn't that right? Blah! I'm leaving. This is a waste of time. Unfortunately, I'm leaving too, since there's no prisoners to transfer. Let me just sign the paperwork and be on my way. Unless anyone has to want to say something to William or Mother or Maddie on their way out. Hello?
Hello?
Like unless someone wants to say something to William or Maddie on his way out, they're going to leave.
neither of them is the the king's daughter, the princess, right? She's coming later, right?
Yeah, she's coming. She's coming the next ship and the week after the next week. Because as you know, she has no. Maddie has no undead servants with her. On the two gearmen you assigned to the island way earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, See you with the next transport. Oh, I guess Oh, and May wants to I said, oh, I guess Princess. Let me pull up her name real quick since I've literally just looked at it. Oh, and Pinterest address should be here about next week to commit, I guess, regicide against her own father. Anyway, until then. And she gets on a boat and leaves.
I'll look at William and be like, "Oh, that is something, don't you think? That mirror or whatever. Very effective communication device.
It's purely
They're not.
magical in nature, though.
Yes, many weaknesses can come from it.
I should note that currently there's only 2 mirrors that in the world, and that belong to Maddie and her father William respectively. So
I'll look
as
at
a emerging technology, as an emerging magic technology, if you will.
I'll look at William. I think so. How did the prince seem after the deed?
Oh,
He's
simple. Oh, simple. He's like the what have I done look.
Well, if you need anything, I'll be back at the tavern. Would you like anything to eat before you head back?
I'll be fine. I have work to do anyway.
I'm gonna like look at you and like, have you eaten today?
Yes, I have.
What'd you eat?
Rations.
You see me like almost face palm. Okay, you're coming with me. I'm gonna make you a meal. At least something more hearty than the rations. You need to keep your body healthy. Basically, I'm gonna like grab his hand or grab his arm. I'm just gonna drag him with me to the tavern. I'll pull up a stool. Are you resistant at all, William? What I'm doing?
Just sighing.
All right.
Sigh.
So,
Sigh. Sigh.
I'm gonna go into the tavern. Like, hey, Kiri, fix up William a nice drink here while I make him a meal. I'm gonna sit you down at the tavern at the bar.
Yeah.
Pull up a stool. Like, get him some food or get him a nice drink. I'm gonna make him some food real quick.
Hey,
And I'm gonna go to the kitchen. Like, all right, boys, this one's a big one. We're making a meal for William. So let's make the best fucking meal we ever had. How does a 28 sound?
Tasty.
now's a 34 sound.
Oh my god. What kind of alcohol did you give him?
I gave him the finest beer that we had.
So yeah, William's probably just sitting there sighing, and just here comes Kiri.
He's just looking at looking at his designs.
Well, come up like, oh no. All right, you've been working so much. Now it's time for you to relax for a little bit and eat. Here you go. I'm gonna present like a nice, tasty steak, a little bit of side of mashed potatoes, and a little bit of greens. Be like, this is for you. Hey, Kiri, is that drink coming?
Hey,
And just like, all right, eat. You can work later. Set like 30 minutes to yourself and enjoy this food. Then I'm just gonna walk back to the kitchen. And that better be a clean plate.
He pulls out another notebook and designs
Hey!
something else.
I'm
Keep doing it.
gonna stick my head out. Hey! I told you to eat!
I find it relaxing while I eat to do this.
As long as you...
Yeah.
I
As long
pour
as
him
you
another.
He eats his food.
I
As
pour him
long as-
another.
As long as the plate is clean.
Yeah, the plate will be pretty clean, except for like one single morsel, just to defy you a little bit.
And the bone of the steak.
Oh boy. The only thing major happens this week is while Bloodpike is drinking, a dove flies in and lands on Bloodpike's shoulder, and Bloodpike starts looking at the dove like, what the takes the note the dove has and reads it. Pretty much owing all paladins and in this area to pretty much owing all paladins on different assignments. Like
I'm gonna look.
all commissioned officers, that means me, will join Admiral not Admiral, what's the army equivalent for Admiral? General Stone to open the new Paladin headquarters on the former Succubus Island. Oh god damn it, I hate General Stone.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'm guessing you got new assignments, and from the tone I just heard, sound like they aren't a good area. I'm guessing.
No, it's, no, no, it's not it's not that it's a good area. It's that the deal with the leader of the Paladins.
General,
He's
said,
uptight, he's obtuse, and thinks he's better than pretty much anyone that walks the face of this earth. And somehow he still keeps his powers.
huh?
Like
I thought in the long run, I thought that's interesting. Here, I'm just gonna give him another serving of like hearty stew. Like, yeah, that's. I never met this leader of the Paladins. How long has he been in power for? Do you guys have like a structure thing where they can only be for till death or terms? Like, how's it go?
either death, obviously, you're stripped of your powers, or they go off on their own. Like that poor guy. Talk about the wheelchair Paladin from what's it called, party.
Yeah, interesting. So wait, is it like a new leader? Let's say if a new leader dies or leaves or whatever, how do they choose a leader? Do like put up to a vote? Do you guys just say, "Oh, I'm in charge"? Like, how's it go?
And less layer below him, so a vice general will be now the general, and everything will be moved up.
Yep.
The only one that isn't officially a leader is a paladin is a is a is a paladin is a main paladin general, and that's because he's on like a show job, like
I s-
like five no Permanent's the equivalent of 5-star general.
okay.
Like
Oh, okay.
like he's like either in the White House, or he's like, well, the equivalent of the White House, or in this case, goes around to recruit new promising future paladins.
Basically, from the way you're saying, he's the face of the operation.
Yeah, and Stone's the steal the operation, if you will.
Hmm.
As in,
Yeah,
he's still active. He's still in combat. He just thinks he's holier than thou.
I've run into quite a few people like that attitude, unfortunately. Hmm. How long until you have to leave?
I leave tomorrow. All officers, all commissioned officers have to be there with a base to basically to show off that Stone is pretty much shows how powerful Stone is.
Yeah.
And all listed have to go to Hope Valley to help with the monster situations.
Damn. We're really gonna miss you, Blood Pike. It was nice seeing you. Don't be a stranger to us.
I know, but I know why I got this orb. I know that the Princess Audra is going to bring a bunch of undead warriors to commit regicide our own father. And obviously paladins and zombies don't mix, if you will.
Interested? Well, for now, I think the rest of your time here, chat with Kiri some more. I'll make you some more fruit, and I'll give you some donuts that we have in stock. They're only a day old, but they are still fresh.
And I give him something that's worthy of a 35.
All right. He also says, "Oh, Veb, before I leave, give me the strongest, most powerful, potent stuff you have, because I'm going to need it."
All right. I take out a tumbler glass. Grab the bottle of Louis the VII.
I meant before he leaves, so it's going to be he's leaving in a day.
Oh.
The only thing you know is that he apparently is a weapons master, as in he been there so long he trained on every single weapon, including a freaking including a test pilot for a Prince of Holy shotgun. Yes, a shotgun that fires holy bullets.
And I pour him a pint of brandy.
And he drinks it. It's like, give me another one, please.
And I'm just
you know the ABV content of brandy, right?
I know. Give me another one, please.
No, I was asking you, Ty.
Oh no. I rarely drank before. I rarely drank even before my heart situation.
I mean, typically it's around 40 to 50% ABV. But yep, another pint.
And I'm, just to help him with the alcohol, I'm giving him the special donuts with alcohol infused jelly.
We're going to be the number one location for liver transplants in the future.
So what you secretly we're gonna set up another side business. We're gonna have we'll have the tavern here, and then next door is the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Boy!
If it could clone the organs we need.
Just have them on standby. Yeah.
So anyone doing anything before the princess arrives?
I'm gonna check on my plants. How are the plants doing? Are they growing well? Are there any problems?
They're going well, but how well? Let's see what's the fake has in store. Oh, they're going. Oh, they're almost a bloom now.
Oh, they're almost ready to bloom.
Yeah.
Nice. We're gonna keep taking care of them the way we've been doing it to where they are almost blooming. I don't want to change anything too major as to affect it. Basically, keep a close eye on all of the plants, record everything, so that way we know what's best and what's not. And finally, Ty, I will recruit out of the 3 people, so I'll choose 3 people that are on the list of recruitment for shadows that I've been looking into.
Alright, let's see now.
How many?
2 of them join you.
Alright, that's good. What are the 2 shadows? What were their professions?
I'm actually going to have to think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just put that I have 10. And the other one, the one that didn't want to join, what was that person's profession that refused to join the shadows?
Ex-paladin. Like unlike Bloodpike, who sucked it up, he got tired of Major Stone's Major Stone's pretty much holier than thou attitude, and punched him in the face several times with a crowbar.
See, I would love to have him, but since he refused to join, now I gotta fake his death. Well, we know Major Bloodpike is a. How well is this paladin in terms of drink?
He's a human.
Is he 3 sheets to the wind yet, or not quite there?
Who, Bloodpike?
Yep.
Yeah, he's long 3 shades to the wind.
Excellent. So has he finished that second pint, or is he still working on that second pint?
He finished it and is now crawling up to his room.
Kiri, I'm gonna go up to you, Kiri, and be like, "Hey, got a question. Let's say hypothetical. What would it take, amount of alcohol wise, to kill a person? A normal human."
Considering how much brandy Bloodpike drank, if he doesn't sleep on his side, he might actually choke himself to death on his vomit. So I'd figure, standard contents would be about 750 milliliters for a bottle of whiskey.
I
figure if somebody drank one full bottle of whiskey within a although experienced one, so I'd say 2 bottles of whiskey, so 1,500 milliliters of hard, at least 80 proof stuff. That very well could cause them to potentially throw up in their sleep. And if they're not angled properly, well.
I will. Can I?
But then again, don't worry. I'm working on 180 proof stuff. I figure a full pint of 180 proof would probably be rather lethal for a human.
Well, I will need the. You said 1,500 milligrams, right?
1,500 milliliters of
Or
standard
milliliters.
80 proof, but I do have 160 proof stuff, so 80% alcohol by volume.
I just need enough to where it'll cause someone to pass out, and enough to where it looks like they choked on their own vomit.
In that case, I'll just have to add that stuff to the bottles that suggest a lesser content.
Can you do that for me real quick, pal?
Of course.
And I'll basically wait for Kiri to...
Yeah, and Veb goes to the back, ends up clearing out a few bottles, changing what's in the bottles, but still the same basic concept stuff. So like an 80 proof whiskey getting replaced with like a 160 proof whiskey.
Tables.
I will then take this labeled bottle. Thank you, Kiri. This will come in very useful. I'll then go to that one paladin that refused to join, offer him this alcohol for base his troubles, and basically saying, "I want to hear all about this stone person. If you want, I got some alcohol for you to vent. Please, vent out your troubles. I want to know how bad of a person he is, so I can avoid him whenever I meet him in real life." And I'll give it to that paladin, and have him basically drink it away, as he's gonna complain about
from his drinking ways, as he says, like, I remember that we had to save a village, but we wanted to save a village, but because because they're not playing the stone's gods, he ignored them, and then one time he And one time we were graduating classes, he just looked down as if we're ants compared to him. Ah, God damn it! How
And
he get promoted? Hell, Bloodpike deserves a promotion. He's several ranks lower than him.
yeah, that is a total shame. But your bottle's almost finished. Here, finish up in here. Finish up with this nice donut. And
Thank you.
and
I'm
and in
sorry.
this donut,
I saw I couldn't join. It's just too questionable for me. As he bites the donut.
oh, no problem. Yeah, in this donut tie, it's just some fast acting sleep medicine. Just make him really feel drowsy and just want to sleep.
And
Is that the blackberry one?
Yes.
Constitution -5 because well he's an ex-paladin, so yeah, he's knocked out.
Alright. And I will make sure to not put him on his side, but just to have him sleep on his back, like, you drank too much, pal, here, let me get you up into bed, and I'll get him up in his bed, like, alright, well, I'll talk to you tomorrow, my friend. Make sure he's on his back, and just leave.
And obviously he's not going to be there tomorrow. Well, at least within the land of the living.
Yep, probably the next day, I'll go see him. Be like, hey, bud, you awake? Hello? Of course, I'll go up to the drive room. Probably see him still sleeping. Like, oh, dude, come on. You've been sleeping all day. Give him a little shake. Feel his pulse and realize, fuck.
Question. Did it look like you did any vomiting? Or does it look like standard, like asphyxia?
What's the sickness?
Asphyxiation?
Asphyxiation.
Uh, both. But
So
yeah,
basically, it's
he's
not suspicious, if that
yeah,
makes sense.
but yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead to drinking to death. So yeah.
Poor Paladin. He must have vented, probably got too into the moment. Such a shame. Alright, well, that's a loose end covered.
Alright.
Anyway, Bloodpipe goes in, collects his alcohol, bids farewell, like.
I'll give him like a small care package of his favorite donuts.
Until we meet again, my friends.
And I prepare a small care package of nips.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And remember, Bloodpike, don't be a stranger.
Nah, besides, I have to apologize to the tree outside the woods, which was had my blood on by now.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll make sure to fence off and just have a sign that says Bloodpike's therapy tree.
Take care. Tell William. Tell William. Tell William. Tell William to tell William the thing. Tell William. Tell William farewell. I know he's in his lab.
Oh, we will. You take care, Bloodpike. Stay safe, my friend. And you always have a place here.
He laughs it off, bows to the north, and then leaves. Now, is there anything anyone's going to do before Princess Audra arrives with her army of undead warriors?
I already got my recruitment done, so.
Alright. A week's passed. And you see the normal ship arrive. You see the normal ship arrives, and Audra full plate armor, spear in one hand, a strange staff in the other hand, a couple of the Dark Knight projects, and pretty much 50 undead warriors beside her. You notice that some of these are former criminals that's now undead and completely on her control.
And seeing this happen, or seeing this ship come in, I will radio, be like, William, do you read?
Yes.
Our guest has arrived.
We'll need to intercept her before she does something stupid.
Do you want me to try to delay her?
I'll be down there in a minute. I don't think we need to really delay.
I can strike up a nice conversation in the meantime. I will meet her at the port. Be like, good. Is this like morning or afternoon? The time.
Early evening.
Good evening. It is an honor to meet you at last.
Good evening. Now move out the way, please.
Oh, all right. Are you sure you don't want anything? We have food, alcohol, whatever you want, donuts.
No, I'm here for a mission. I'm here for a mission I should have done a long time ago.
And I'm gonna like have a little basket, like, and give it to her. Like, oh, please, here, take this. These are some of the fresh donuts. They have different flavors: blueberry, black raspberry. There's a couple flavors.
I'll get the donuts on the way out, please.
Oh, okay. Well, stay safe. I'm just gonna radio. William, it didn't work.
I'll intercept her. Don't worry.
As she and her army ironically starts marching to the nice graveyard first.
Nope. I'll be showing up and I'll be taking my thunder cycle because it's faster.
Well,
Alright,
Alexi,
so
Gearman to accompany you, William.
Some other thunder scouts that are able to at least roughly keep up with me.
alright, so you intercept her before he gets to the nice graveyard. like get out the way, William.
Princess, we need to talk.
Like, what do we need to talk about? I'm about to commit regicide against my father, which I should have done a long time ago.
There are other options on the table.
Other than kill my father? Oh yeah. What are options?
Come with me. And he'll take her to his lab, where he will open up a secured vault and pull out a book he's been working on. He's been designing. He basically, I'm assuming in this time he's quietly been prototyping golemoid implants and things like that. He hasn't made a fully in production one yet, but we got a situation now. And then he just tosses the book in front of her, and she can see he's been doing some pretty advanced stuff.
Yes. Well, my brother tells me that you're a skilled craftsman. What does this have to do with my father, though?
Though it's still theoretical, and I haven't made a prototype yet, I might be able to implant something in your father so that he will never be a threat again. He will be under our control. You've heard of the dominate person spell, yes?
Yes, that's what we use half the time against these assholes. Pointing at the prison, the now prisoners.
And now imagine one where we put it into your father's head and he's forever under that control, short of somebody dispelling its magic. Knowing they'd have to find it's there, there's a way of hiding that.
I want to tell you the truth. You don't have to roll. You have to roll to convince her to at least stand down for now.
Okay. So what is that going to be? Diplomacy?
Diplomacy, yes.
34.
God damn it.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, I'm listening.
Yes. And I'm just going.
For now, at least.
Because killing him is going to cause problems. He has some allies still out there. We need to shift.
They'll just take this army and kill those allies as well.
No. That just leads to more problems in the long run. Look, you said that you are worried, and you're worried about holding absolute power as a ruler, yes? That you've seen what it's done to your father?
Not exactly a fan of holding power, but I will if it takes that asshole off the throne. As you can see, she's not exactly a fan of her father.
Yeah. And if your roles were reversed, I believe your father would do something similar to what you are doing now. Be more subtle, be more intelligent. He's more useful to us alive and controlled than dead.
I'm gonna sleep on for now. And currently she's going back to Emzel's tavern. She sent all the zombies back to the ship and going back to Emzel's tavern to sleep. Or to at least eat for now.
Ah, ah, I knew I recognized you. Welcome to Enzo's Tavern. How may I help you today?
I heard just I heard you made some good food here and alcohol.
Oh, I'm the one that helps with the food. If you want to talk to the real alcohol expert, hey, Veb!
Hey!
There's someone here that would like to talk to you. Want to see about someone who makes the best alcohol.
Challenge accepted.
And of course, I will make you the best food. Be right back, and I'm gonna go into the kitchen. And let's see. I'm gonna do hero point. I'm gonna use my hero point because fuck it. 27.
This is decent. This is decent enough.
Hey, don't forget, with a good meal comes a good drink. 30?
And this I can see what people are talking about a good drink from.
Yes.
Exactly.
As she's contemplating, pretty much alone, I'm going to kill my father, but at least try to take him out of power. But what William says has a point. But what do I do?
I'm gonna look at it like as I'm serving her food. Like, so lass, brings you all the way out here, especially with a weird group like that. Something major. Going to war with someone or something?
Yes, actually, I am my father.
Oh.
Like I should have eliminated him when he killed my mother. I should have eliminated him when he caused the death of my grandfather. I should have eliminated him when he took the throne in the first place. And now sending his personal assassin here to kill people. That's the final. That is the final straw. And then my brother just sent me a letter saying that he tried to take her wife as well. That is a final straw.
I did hear about that. It's a horrible thing, but I'm gonna look at Kiri, showing like a concerned look as she just told me that. You're like, that's some pretty heavy stuff there, lass. Is the
I pull out a bottle of Louis the 17th, and I pour her a nice rock glass, a little bit of ice, and pour a little bit of brandy into it. Sounds like you're going to need a bit of the strong stuff.
Yes. I'm not big on family issues, but hopefully this drink will help you out. And I hate to bother you again but how about some donuts this time? And I'm gonna give her a menu. What flavor
Oh,
would you like?
goddamn.
And we have
Okay, so
we have raspberry, we have grape, we have cherry, we have blackberry, we have blueberry, we have grape.
I want to just point out this. That was a Constitution saving throw. She's drunk.
So like what? She takes a sip of
No,
this
she
and
she takes it. She eventually finishes her bottle and she's drunk.
All right, oh my. I'm gonna look at Kiri and be like, "Well, it seems like it worked a little too well." Oh my god.
I'll make sure nothing bad happens in the night.
Yeah, let's see. We should have a room available. Yes, we have one available. Room 3B. Take her up there. I'll help as well.
Yep.
Oh my. As we're helping her up to a room, I was gonna look here and be like, I didn't think whatever you're doing with your alcohol, dude, you're doing it real effectively. Holy hell.
Could I truly call myself a member of the Order of the Flagon if I couldn't make a good drink?
Good enough to knock a normal person out, damn. If we're not too careful, we may have to put a fucking clinic next to our tavern.
So at least for one day, you don't have to worry about the king getting killed by his own daughter.
We're gonna put her in her nice room, just lay her on a bed, make sure to lay her on her side, and just make sure to...
Yeah, wonder how nice is gonna stay by with her because obviously she's not gonna be here alone. But outside the door.
Yeah. As I see this sound, I'll just look at him and be like, no trouble, alright? There are other guests here. Do not try to scare them that much.
He just like, help me. Help me.
I don't think I could do that, friend. Just mind the rules of this establishment. This is a place where people like to enjoy themselves, so don't be a dick. And I'm just gonna walk back downstairs. Just gonna look at Kiri like, well, that was something.
Yep. And I'm gonna leave a nice jug of water right by on her nightstand. Because Lord knows she's going to need that in the morning.
I've seen Major Bloodpike drink a lot, and that guy usually holds his liquor. Are you sure you're not making the alcohol so you can make sure that you can have Bloodpike almost pass out, but realizing that not everyone else has the same alcohol tolerance as him?
No, this is an untampered bottle. This is actually standard 80 proof.
Remember, Alton and her brother are half elves, so.
Well, this has definitely been a interesting day, I will say. You should have seen it, Kiri. I was just at the docks. We had a ship coming in. We had to, or I at least wanted to greet, formalities. I see her, and then I see all these, weird soldiers, all undead. It was weird. You know how close it was just to make sure all the civilians didn't panic, and the Gearmen didn't think this was some type of invasion or something?
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, they're back on the ship, but I'm just gonna help station some guards on the docks. I don't want any of the people to climb up on that ship. Can I just have a light drink, please? I'm gonna need it.
Of course. I prepare a little bit of brandy and I splash it with water.
And I'm just gonna drink it. The fucking paperwork is gonna be helping out William was a good thing, but one thing I wish I could change? The fucking paperwork.
Sadly, that is the most evil thing we'll ever have to deal with.
I wish there was no such thing as it, but nope. I have to write down new orders and everything. Well, I'm gonna be off to the barracks. If anything happens, if the tavern gets too busy, let me know. I can help out. Well, I can help out every now and then. The cooks there are better at cooking now, so they'll be able to help you out.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna head off to the Gearman barracks and just I'll write down these new orders of having like 20 Gearmen put towards the docks just to make sure no one gets on that ship. Just double patrols.
Oh boy. Well, you pretty much, thanks to that run, you pretty much have 2 days to convince her before she resumes her mission to kill her father. 1 day to get over the hangover, and 1 day to recompose herself.
Yeah, it's going to
So,
take me 12 to make this device. That's rushing it, by the way. Sorry,
you're
13.
well, you can thank Kiri for the alcohol distraction.
As I said, I'm going to need 13 days to make this thing.
So you gotta come up with something, come up with something else, or convince her to have her army stand down for now.
Yep. Like, I can go talk to her again while she's in this weekend's. Well, I mean, I can at least get a day of progress done. So
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna radio be like, she should be good for a day. She Carrie gave her some alcohol, and I think it didn't end well for her. She's resting in the tavern rooms. You have at least a day and a half, probably 2.
okay, I'll at least get the process started. Okay, so yeah, so unless Ty will let me rush it even faster if I roll high enough.
Roll high enough.
Yeah. 57.
God damn it.
The DC of that thing is probably much lower. I think it's only at 25, 30 if I have to rush it. You'd be amazed.
Yeah, you pretty much cut the time in half.
Again, so it's only going to be 4 days. It's only going to be like 6 or 7 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yoi.
got it. So I'll basically have part of this, basically the entire formula ready to go. That the thing's being developed. And I'm just going to go to her while she's kind of still in her hangover state. And you'll come with me.
Her and one of her Hell Knights come with you because now the Hell Knight's job is to protect her until she's at full power again.
Yeah, and I'll show her, look, I'm having to rush it, and I do not like rushing a prototype, but I've made immense progress on this thing so far. And she'll see it's very interesting what it looks. It looks like part of a skull, almost, with weird things going down where the brain would be. Still working on getting all the magical elements for it dealt with, but it should be finishable within another 5 or 6 days.
Jesus, that skull looks like something that's in the Lord One Day's lab. I thought his was the clinic from hell. What the hell did you do?
Do you see corpses all around? No.
I said I thought his was the clinic from hell. It still is, but still, what did you do?
It's not complete yet. This device should allow us to control someone when it's properly surgically implanted. I can perform the surgery. All we would need to do is secure your father for an evening. Then next day, he's under our control completely.
Problem is, how are you going to secure him? the remaining guards going to be here 24/7 until they get until they get new knights to until they get new knights.
You're under the assumption that I haven't been making certain moves in the shadows to try to limit your father's damage. The captain of the guards is working with us.
My brother did tell me that he once had that entire fucking family try to replace his executioner, and knowing my father, he's probably going to use the youngest and then kill his other family members. So
I probably shouldn't be telling you this, as my guy kind of is putting on a bit of an act and walks over to a window and looks out over the city. Your brother made sure that he couldn't have access to those monsters.
that's impossible. My brother never killed anyone a day in his life.
Well, your father sent a few of his guards to collect his wife, your sister-in-law.
What? Yeah, I heard.
She's pregnant, you know.
Guess desperate men do desperate things, and knowing my father, and and know the stubbornness of my father, I regret that's the one thing I that's the one thing I freaking learned from him. Alright, see if you can venture with an advantage this time, since she's one drunk over and two a little more.
28.
Okay, me and the ship is going to stay here for about 2 weeks. If you can't hypnotize my father by then, we'll go with our original plan. Understood?
Understood.
And what's the oh, the cat wants food.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, be right back in a moment.
Alright, so still hungover, but still slightly shaking out for hangover. The princess and her Hell Knight is going to go back to Emso's cavern with her spear and her magical stick in hand. But how?
You probably see her again. Be like, "Here you go, lass. Something to help you with, or help you mitigate the hangover. It's not gonna get rid of it, but this should help you out a little bit."
Thanks. Who's the innkeep so I could pay for 2 weeks in advance? I also got to pay the dockmaster as well, since we're going to be here for a while.
Well, currently, me and bartender, the one that you met yesterday, we're helping run it for a friend. Friend's doing some important business, so we're helping cover. So you said,
Miss Imso. She's a lovely lass. I met her a couple times when she stopped by the island.
"Oh yeah, I don't know what she's doing, but we were told we've worked with her for a while, so we told her, hey, don't worry about the tavern. Us two have got it. So far, we've been running it real well. So let's get on the. So you said 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, she pulls out some gold coins, and here you go.
All right. Your room will be 3B, the room that you were staying at when you nearly passed out.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm not exactly good at holding my alcohol.
Miss, if you had to see the amount of drunkers we had to deal with, you aren't the first, and you most certainly won't be the last. Trust me on that.
All right, let's see if I can. Let's see if I made the proper map or not.
Mm.
Oh
And
no,
I'll just
that's not the map I want.
get ready to be like, all right, here is your key, 3B. Then make sure you have that key on you at all times. If you do lose the key and you can't find it, unfortunately, we will have to charge you just in case. Even if it was your fault or not, that key needs to at least be on you, so that way you can at least enter and exit your room. Any problems with your room, let either me or the bartender know. We'll get a staff to help you out with that. And yeah, do you need any info on the town, like where the market is, or any interesting spots to go to? We'll help you out with that as well. Other than that, anything else I can help you with today?
No, chances are I'm trying to. Chances are I'm going to visit my brother every once in a while. To make sure he's okay.
Oh yes, I've run into him a couple times at tavern. He's a good lad. It would be I think it would be a lot for his sister to drop by.
Plus, I
Well,
plus I want to see my soon to be niece or nephew or whatever.
what are you betting on? You
Eh,
want a little niece or a little nephew?
a little niece, if you will. And yes, I wrapped this from one of the old time maps in Elizabeth. So yeah, now you
Alright,
actually have now you actually have the now you actually have a room, a
nice.
hotel map.
Alright. Well,
That's a beautiful looking house.
yeah. Well, if you
Just
are
just replace the living room with another dining room with another bedroom.
and I'll well, personally, well, I hope he has a son. It'll be nice to see him bond with the his little son, teaching him the ways of being a proper young gentleman. But
Ah,
I do wish them all the best in fair health, and wish for this for her to have a successful birth. Yes.
yes, I guess I think I think she should do anything now. Just hope the stress hasn't caused her
It's
to
been over a year since she's been pregnant, Ty.
second child.
Hmm?
They were getting busy.
Yeah, I was to say they're getting busy.
Because remember, a normal elven pregnancy is 2 years. Half elf is
Oh,
about a year and a half.
oh, never mind then.
Yeah, these benign
That I
units
didn't forget. That I didn't know. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a while before she gives
yeah,
birth.
yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, yes, I will let you be on your way. I know you have to visit the dock hand. I know, or dock master.
Yes, I have to visit him. Make sure no one gets on that ship because God. Make sure no one gets on that ship because even though they're mind control, who knows? Who knows if someone's going to bother the zombies or not? They're still ex criminals.
Oh, don't worry about that, ma'am. We put in some extra guards on the dock to make sure no one messes with the ship.
Alright, then
I
I shall be on
oh
my
I
way.
oh I forgot to introduce myself. I am I'm a cook at this establishment, but I'm also the second commander of the gearmen. I
Ah,
help with the daily
nice.
task and everything, and military wise.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry I stormed off. I just had a one way focus. That's sadly another thing I picked up from my father.
No, it's all right. I it it's all right. I know. It's a stressful time for all. Trust me. But yeah, the dock master. He's a fair man. He'll charge you a Fair price. There will be gearmen help garden your ship, so that way no one can disturb it. And wait, is it Ron or oh, it's Andrew. Shit, I'm gonna go into the kitchen. Figure out it's like if you're gonna meet with Andrew, give this to him. This was his order today. I'm just gonna hand her like a box of donuts. Like if you could be
Oh boy.
such a friend, can you please hand that to him? He ordered some donuts to be delivered this morning. Totally forgot about that.
All right. And yes, this is the. And yes, this is the upstairs for Enzo's Tavern. The downstairs is still the same.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the kitchen and start working on some more orders. And I'll look out at her and say, "Thank you again."
All right. So Dockmaster's been paid. The ship's gonna be there for a week, and since it's the prisoner, said no one's going to bother it because, well, prisoners are usually on it.
I'll continue my work, try to get this thing finished up. So that's
I'll continue doing everything I can to ensure that EMSO seems like a purely legitimate business,
Same.
and making sure that the brewmasters are still up to snuff.
And you're
Probably
what
visit the twins every now and then.
and what you call it to make sure the books are cooked properly, if you will.
And that's what we have an accountant for.
Yeah. All right. So, anyone else want to do anything, or should I should just let the week pass?
Other than me just doing my normal work of helping with the tavern, the gearman duties, and visiting the twins, that's really it. I'm just waiting for the news about when the two people are fully trained as shadows. That's really it.
It's going to take them at least 2 weeks to fully train them. So, other than that, 2 weeks to train them. Like Harriet sharing her stories about her legendary father, even joking about how, well, he even tells the story of how he stole the king's crown from literally right under right on top of his head.
Just yeah, she'll probably be coming back to tavern when she's not doing something.
Oh yeah,
Just
she's
setting up a storm with
yeah
her.
she's coming back to the tavern again, if not doing actual adventure missions. Like
Helping her with some food.
to me, this part is getting side jobs until the party's back at full strength again. So there's that. Like including the paladin, who's now one of the wait who's now a waiter, although wheelchaired.
Anything to help them, get some life, because I know doing almost nothing can be a very boring and detriment thing. People have to always do something.
Yeah, that's why they all could say like, listen, let's get some odd jobs until we go back to adventuring. See that we're all beat up with. See we all beat up, and he's gonna be paralyzed for at least a couple months. Let's all do something. So yeah, 2 weeks has so yeah, a week has passed. Now, how you gonna capture the king? Hello.
simply we're going to work with the our good friend the captain of the guards and then the bodyguard. So we'll pull them into a little meeting and go, okay, things are going to start happening. The king needs to be, what's a good way to put it? Captured for an evening, and no one needs to know he has been captured. While I do some work on him. Do you two understand?
They both nod.
Good. Now I have a few things to prepare. When is the soonest you can make sure that I am not disturbed with the king?
I could say tomorrow he has no business right now, so we could actually set you up, set this up tomorrow if anything needs to be. Hello?
Yep. Yep. So, you said that. Yeah. So yeah. So we'd set it up tomorrow. Good. I'll have everything I need by then.
Alright, is there anything else?
No.
Alright, then I'll go back to reuniting and I'll go back to protecting our Royal Highness. And they leave and go back to the castle.
Yeah. I'll prep all the tools I need. I'll probably do the surgery on my own with, some of you guys there to make sure things don't go a little sideways.
The next day.
Yeah.
Also, side note, how do you know what it's going to do when it said they're marching to the to to the night's graveyard?
It's their They have access to necromancy. It's obviously.
that staff is a staff of necromancy. But yeah, obviously the next day comes. The king is invited to Emsel's tavern because he heard Emsel has returned, and she's going to drink her personally to take her as his bride.
So we're capturing the king before that point.
Yeah.
And I prepared the good stuff.
Prepare the best food.
Alright, so let me just go back downstairs.
Be at the bar right here. Probably talking with Kiri, probably cleaning some of the glasses for the start of the day.
Yep.
Where is he? King. Oh,
Yeah,
there it is. It's right here. The king walks up. He looks at what you call it? Like, well, Jim Chan's character is like, are you sure you don't want to be part of my brides as well? You will be mine no matter what. Jim Chan?
Okay.
Jim Pan.
Yeah.
The king's flirting with you.
King's hitting on you again. He still wants to take you as his bride or concubine or whatever.
Concubine.
He's offering you again. He's giving you that offer again.
So what do I get in return?
You're lost. Eventually you're going to be mine, whether you want to or not. And the king walks in. See. Say again?
As the doors are open, like I hear the doors open, I look up to say good morning. I was just like, good morning. Oh, greetings, your majesty.
The second-rate shaft. I heard my bride is coming back today. I've heard to collect her, if you will.
Ah. Well, before that, can we get you anything? Nice drink, food.
As long as it doesn't poison me.
No, sir. What? We don't even think of doing that. I'll prepare the kitchen right away. Oh, run over.
And I should prepare
Basically,
the finest brandy.
like, I'll look at my guys. Be like, all right, guys, huddle, team huddle. Listen, the king is out there, all right, and he wants some food. Let's not fuck this up. Let's do the very best we can. I need all hands on deck for this. You guys ready? Do I get any pluses as well with the people helping me as well?
Seeing that this whole thing is to set up the king to knock him unconscious enough. No.
Sniff, come on, please be good. Please be good. Damn it! You know, it's still good. It's still good. It reaches the threshold. Yep. Maybe it's a nice morning brunch or something. I don't know.
Okay, under normal circumstances that would be good enough, but seeing that this king's an asshole. Second-rate food again. Why does she pay you? Why does she pay you people? Why does she have this tavern in the first place?
Oh, sir. Here's your food, Your Majesty. I will leave you to enjoy it.
No,
If you need anything, I'll be back in the kitchen.
He's talking about your fruit. He didn't say anything about them curious alcohol yet.
Oh yeah, I'm looking and be like, well, if you need anything else, Your Majesty, I'll be back in the kitchen. Please holler if you need anything else. And as I'm walking away, like, once I get into the kitchen, I'm gonna look and like, he can't see into the kitchen, right?
No.
Alright. I'm gonna take one of the knives I see, I'm gonna yuck it into the wall in a fit of rage. Like, literally walk in, probably one of the guys like have a cutting knife, I just take it out of his hand and just yuck it at the wall without even saying anything, and just go into my corner. That's just making something for me.
Logically and thoroughly justifiably pissed.
Oh shit! And I'm just muttering. Show him second rate. Second rate. You're not gonna be fucking. You're not gonna be a fucking king for long, motherfucker. my dude's eye was twitching. I have the Hank Hill vein pumping on my forehead. Like, I composed myself, but once I got to the kitchen, I just lost all composure, just chucked a knife into the wall. How stuck is the knife in the wall?
Oh god, it's like halfway through the wall now. As in, only this dude can see the other end of the knife sticking around through here.
Oh, no. I took it out from, like, this guy's hand, and I threw it to, like, this side, like the one side there. I'm not gonna throw it towards the
Oh, then yeah, it's pretty much stuck in there. It actually will take a strength check to get it out. Very low DC, but still.
As I'm at the corner, I'll then go back to where that knife was, and I'll just see. This is gonna be a standard.
Yeah.
Nope, I can't get it out.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I have no modifiers for strength.
10.
I did it. Yes, like I go like try to pull it, and I'm like, damn, I really put a lot into it. I'm all gonna be like, we'll get it later. I'm sorry. I was real pissed. I'm sorry. I'm not that mad towards you guys.
Now let's see the king's alcohol levels at least stronger than his daughter's. Unless you have something else planned in mind.
I was going to serve him the best and the strongest that I have. And a 33.
right. Let's see if his concentration is a lot more higher. -2 because, well, he's old.
Fuck, Seymour may not have to knock him out. Kiri can just knock him out with the alcohol. Oh my
Oh
god!
wow, that will add to a 1 with the modifiers.
He got a dirty nat 1. Are you Kiri?
Wow, he has a -2 to his fortitude saves?
With
How?
alcohol?
Oh,
With alcohol? Oh my god, Kiri! What the hell, dude?
I gave him the strong stuff.
How fucked up is the king right now?
he just collapsed on the table.
Oh my god! Do I hear this collapse?
Yes.
I'm gonna run out. Is the king just slumped on the table?
Yes.
I'm gonna say, Kiri, help!
Mm-hmm. Okay. You just see Veb there, like, his arms crossed, a smirk on his face, and just nodding.
Before I get even closer, I'm gonna walk back here to the corner, be like, William, do you read over?
Yes.
Well, the king's here.
Okay.
He's blacked out drunk. He's passed out. Kiri gave him the strong stuff. I think he just drank the whole thing and now he's slumped on the table. He's just fast asleep.
Well, that makes life easier.
Yeah. Whatever you need to do.
Look, just find some way to get him to my lab. We can do the work here without anyone noticing.
Yes. Is there anyone else in the tavern?
Mostly your gearmen. Because I assume they know the operation, so it's pretty much all gearmen.
Alright, I'm gonna get all the gearmen together. Like, okay, guys, I need you to get
you could just call the fake ambulance to take the king to the hospital.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That we do.
Yes, we have a steam wagon that can transport people. So he's drunk. You're taking him back to his room. Totally nothing to see here, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, we'd like to call for a steam wagon. We got one of our patrons, had too much to drink. We need him to take him back to his room. Can we get a steam wagon over here, please?
Sure. That's sure.
Yeah, all right, thank you. And now, I'll look at Carrie like, well, let's get him ready.
Yep. I noticed in the bottle there's still like maybe enough for another shot. I gently open his mouth and just pour that remainder into his mouth.
What are you doing?
You don't finish if you do. Simple. He deserves that hangover.
I'm gonna look at the gearman. We'll be right back. You guys are in charge of the bar. Just make sure nothing happens, all right?
All right.
And I'm gonna.
I help scrap of this.
Yeah, I'll take his like one side. I'm guessing Kiri, you guys the other side. We're just like almost like I don't know what the call is. It's not like a carry, but like I have his shoulder over his left shoulder or left arm over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You have his right shoulder. We're like carrying him that type of way. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, like not fireman carry.
Basically, he's almost like a T pose in the middle, and each of us are on his each left and right side, as like we're helping move him. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, we'll get to the front with the steam wagon. I'm guessing it arrives very quick.
Yeah. Everyone clears the road for the steam wagon. This is literally the outside wing. What the men is running in to clear the way.
All right, everyone, let's go. Make way. All right, Kiri, ready?
Yep.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. Fuck, why is he heavy? Alright. Alright, I'm gonna get into the steam wagon. You coming too, or are you gonna stay at the tavern?
I'll stay at the tavern. Gotta maintain plausible deniability and all that stuff.
Alright.
Silly.
I'm just gonna tap the back leg. Alright, let's go!
And I assume it's heading for your lab, William, instead of the normal hospital.
Well, we'll basically have him diverted to my lab quietly.
Alright, so go to the hospital and then quietly sent to your lab.
Yep.
Got it. Alright, so head to emergency room, like hook up in IVs and everything, then quietly in the middle of the night, they take him away to another steam wagon to get him to your lab.
That night, me and some of the shadows were slowly moving them to this new steam wagon and, well, transform to William's lab and get there and say, William, we're on our way with a special package for you.
Yep.
We'll drive over to William's lab.
Okay.
Get to his entrance, have the shadows help me carry him, and discreetly go into the building. Be like, all right, where do you want him?
Over there, and you'll see basically a very unusual table, a very unusual chair that's been set up, multiple straps, including something to hold his head in place.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. You heard him, man. Let's go.
Mhm.
Strap him. Do you want us to strap him in as well?
Strap him down. He cannot move at all. This is very delicate procedures.
All right. You focus on the arms. You focus on the legs. Tighten this shit up. I want this thing almost tight.
And who are these people with you, Golden Leaf?
These are 2 shadows.
Okay, got it. So they're trusted. They're regular gearmen. I'd be shooting them right now.
Yeah, no. These are shadows. Like a night off like this. Like no, these are 2 shadows. Actually, you see one shadow that's very different. One that seems more in rank. They're like, oh, this is Moon. He's my 2IC. He helps train the shadows. And so yeah,
I think William will recognize him as a former Secret Service member.
Yeah.
So William would recognize him if he took off his mask.
And so it's Moon, and the other shadow is the former cleric, or the cleric, the high-level cleric adventurer, former. Help me with this, as we're just tightening him, make sure this shit's extra tight. And then, well, how do you want to wake him?
I'd like to for this part to be dealt with. Hold on, I'm going to give him basically something that so he doesn't feel any pain. It just basically kills the ability to feel pain while also paralyzing most of his body. He'll still be asleep for this part, and you'll begin to see my guy beginning his work of cutting back on the head, removing a good chunk of the upper part of the head, scalp area thing, so the skull's exposed. Then using a steam-powered saw to start removing the skull. Okay, now we need to wake him.
All right, I'm gonna look at the cleric.
Yep.
Do it.
Yep.
He casts a spell to pretty much awaken the king. Like, wait, what the hell?
Wakey.
Wait, where am I in Lord Winston's lab?
Because we're doing a procedure on you.
Say again?
We're performing a procedure on you.
Yes, wait, you need to stay very still, sir. Any slight movement whatsoever could kill you.
I should note that when he looks around and sees his half his head gone, he thinks he's in Winston's laboratory.
No, you're in my laboratory, Your Highness.
Wait, what? Why?
Simple. I need to install this in you. You'll be the first. Congratulations. You'll be the first of a line of a new being that I'm creating. And he'll see this kind of thing that clearly will fit the bit of the skull that's been removed from him.
Basically,
Golomoid. What a great honor.
yes! And like me and the other two shadows are just clapping and be like, you should be real honored with this. Someone like you being the first ever? Oh, you should be honored.
There's no way he's gonna make the strength saving throw, but just in case.
Well, he's drugged.
I said there's no way, but just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, like there's a massive negative modifier. I don't even know how big.
He pretty much has to roll nat 20s.
Yeah.
The dice want to tell their stories, no matter what.
I will look at the king as see what's funny. It's like, yeah, you should be honored as the first person to do this. I mean, hey, I'm just a second-rate chef, huh?
Second rate.
Well, at least I got that off my chest.
Yeah. Now the complex part of installing this and activating it. I'm assuming we need to roll a heal check to install
it. Heal a medicine check.
Yep.
Does he get help with the cleric that's also there?
Yeah.
Okay, and I believe I also have a. Let me double check what it is. I have something called Surgeon, which gives me a +4, and I've also got Masterwork surgical tools, so that's always good. So that will be /roll 1d20 plus 14 plus what was it? 4
plus the help from
plus 2. I'm assuming Ty, because you mean assist.
Say again?
Is it a +2 for the assist?
Yeah.
45.
Oh my god! Not 20.
Like a master as a master surgeon, I carefully install all of this. It's not active yet. I put the bit of the chunk of the head that I removed, the scalp area, reattach that, and we use just a tiny bit of basically like a healing potion, like a salve almost, to heal it up so there's no scarring at all. So it's in his head, but he's still in control for now. Then I'll say, then I'll take the little magical remote control device that has a little microphone on it and go, Your Highness, any final words while you still are in control?
I will get my revenge. I fought worse than this.
One more thing, William. One more thing, William. You know that succession war you had, against the King of the North that you were having trouble with, where your soldiers were taking extra high casualties? You can thank us for that, my friend. Toodaloo!
What?
Now be good and be quiet, I say into the device. As the dominate person activates.
And I say, because of that goddamn roll, it pretty much activates instantly.
Yeah.
That means he doesn't have to. But just in fucking case.
Yeah, negative.
But yeah, it activates instantly. I'm just rolling this just for shits and giggles.
Oh my god!
He would have failed anyway.
Yeah, the DC would have been pretty high because saving throw will negates. We'd have to use the Sorcerer's Will thing. Probably my intelligence. I'm the one that made this damn thing. So,
well, at least now he knew in the last moments of his free mind that everything that happened, that bad that happened to him, was caused by us.
Yeah.
How's that for a second-rate chef, asshole?
Yeah. So what we'll do is then we'll just release him, and it goes, and then we'll We'll unrestrain him. I'm assuming he's being very compliant.
Yes.
I'll say, now let's get you back to the medical facility where you can have a nice long nap. Then tomorrow, you shall go back to the castle and act similar to how you were normally, but a little bit less.
All right. You return back to. What's up?
You playing game?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be back later.
All right. Probably a couple more. Probably about 30 more minutes. Okay, no problem. Anyway.
Yeah, we me and the shadows, put him back in the steam wagon, take him back to the medical place, put him back in his room.
Yeah. The nurse in charge is actually one of what you call. Is actually one of
The shadows.
No, Tamiya's clerics. No, the one.
Yes.
It's actually Tamiya's cleric. He got work. She got work as a temporary miracle personnel until they're all ready to fight again.
Nice.
Anyway, so Shao sneaks him in. Tamiya doesn't notice. Sorry, the cleric doesn't notice, and she's sitting there asleep.
Yep. He's got a big day ahead of him. I'll just head back to the tavern. Like, you're still here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, oh yeah, it's almost closing time, damn. Sorry I was out for so long, man.
I'm sure you had fun.
Let's just say I got to say my last 2 cents, and he will no longer be the same person. I really wish you were there as well, so you could have had your last 2 cents in.
Oh, who knows? Maybe I'll get a chance in the future.
Oh yeah. I will say though, we should probably talk to William. I mean, hell, your alcohol is much better at knocking out people than we thought. Fuck, we might just use you to help knock out people. Jeez, the amount of people higher level people that have came in to have a drink just almost passing out is interesting, I'll say that much. They never had good alcohol before, I'm guessing. All the watered down shit.
It seems that way.
Here, let me help you. Let me help you back there. That's all. Just help carry whatever he needs help with.
Oh boy. Next thing passes. Kane's released from the emergency room. Thing is, the cleric that's he is out from drug alcohol poisoning, so just be careful and not drink himself to death. And his bodyguard picks him up. And so it gets him back to the castle to run things and run things.
Yeah. Now he's no longer going to be chasing after things he shouldn't.
I'll come to you, William, the next day. That's it. I'll look at you and be like, so does that mean she gets to come back?
Also note that Emso has world experience by now, since you read not only to almost every single place in the Sorcerer Kingdoms, but every single place that's
well, yeah, we had her with the couriers. We had to constantly move her around to keep her safe.
So yeah, she has literally world experience by now.
Yeah, I'll look at you, William, and be like, so is it time for her to come back? She's safe now?
Yeah, we should be able to bring her back. No problem.
Excellent.
Yep.
We need to throw a little surprise for her when she comes back. I'll let them know. Let me know the day that she'll be back, and we'll throw a big surprise party.
Absolutely.
I'll look at Curie, be like, let's prepare preparations, and I know damn for sure Mittens is going to be very happy, and her father as well.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start readying a fucking surprise party. You know what? Fuck it. We'll have a cake as well that says "Welcome back."
Oh boy.
After so long, she gets to finally come back home.
And she has one big surprise for you. Because of her world tour, you now have at least a bunch more followers worldwide.
Oh, good.
Hey.
The only ones that obviously they couldn't penetrate is Starlit Valley because, well, yeah, can't exactly gain them thing in a big city.
I'm guessing when she comes back, she goes to the tavern, it's all like blacked out, all of a sudden lights are on, everyone's yelling surprise. I'm guessing Min's almost like instantly jumps on her, giving her plenty of licks.
Yep.
Let me officially put her back in the map. As soon as I can find her again.
Oh wait, Kira, she wasn't here when we decided to make donuts, right?
No, she wasn't.
No,
Oh my
haven't.
Like, I'm finally home after all this time. Hey, how you doing?
It's
Why's the tavern dark? Did you pay the light bill?
I don't know.
Alright. And she walks into the tavern.
and
Lights
just
go on. And
surprise!
Ah, it's good to be home.
And roll to see if Mittens tackles Enzo.
Both of them. And
goodness.
she's smiling and like, I missed you too, fella. I missed you too.
Like, Mittens would never, ever in her wildest dreams even try and hurt her. Why would you tackle her?
No, I mean tackle like she's so like when a pet is so excited to see their owner, they just like hop onto them, give them plenty of licks. It's been so long, Enzo. Glad to have you back.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry I took so long.
Yeah. No, you don't need. Hey, you got Alex. You probably saw the whole damn world.
Ah, yes, I did. I seen places that the social council does not control. I see places that the social council does control. I spoke foreign languages. I spoke pretty much. She mastered two for. At times she mastered three foreign languages other than other than common and elfish and orcish.
Well, let's talk. Well, we do have some news to tell you. You've been gone for a while, but for now, I'll just pull out this cake. It's time to celebrate. Fed, get the alcohol.
Aye.
Ah, I heard your alcohol knocked people out. Orca walks into the building now.
So powerful. His alcohol is such legendary that even his alcohol was able to knock out a king. His alcohol's.
Let me try this so-called alcohol. He's laughing, but he wants to try it. No, this is +5 since obviously.
Yeah, Orca has a little bit of resistance. 13, not that bad.
Yeah, he says stuff like,
I guess.
Oh, I can see how there's like a weaker man out.
Yeah, I was about to say, I get a Veb with a 41? Oh my god, dude!
Oh Jesus!
You know what, hold on. Let's see.
Like no wonder you beat Major
Oh, I'm
Blood
cooking. Fucking hell, dude. Nope. Nope. I tried earlier. We just have freeway food, and you know what? We have a lot of donuts. I'll give Enzo a donut. It's like, oh, Enzo, you have to try this. This is something me and Vev have been working on. What's your favorite berry?
Ah, I think I think I spent a couple hours in a country in which they have a specific type of blueberry. She reaches out and pulls up the blueberry in question. Like ever since then, I've been feasting on these berries for a while now.
Hmm. You mind if I take a look at some of them?
Sure. She pulls out a couple of them and passes them to you.
I'm gonna like
And
study.
you never seen these blueberries before in your life, but
I'm gonna take.
you actually smell the you actually can smell the sweetness from it.
I'm gonna take one of them and pop it in my mouth. And how good does it taste?
Oh, this is legendary.
What? What the hell is this? I've never had anything like this.
It's from the one of the countries that the console doesn't control. They like grow like various berries all around. That's how they got their
I,
economy.
I, I. You'll have to tell me the details later. I must put in some orders. Oh my god, these could revolutionize our donuts.
That they could.
Oh, here. This one's our most popular. Blueberry. Have a blueberry donut. This is something me and Viv have been working on.
I roll real quick. Cook check.
I think you might.
Well, it says Reb's Cole says it as well. Like, ah, ah. I heard these donuts are legendary. Now I see the legend isn't exactly wasted.
Yes, me and Viv have been working hard to make this. We were thinking of making something new, and see, they don't just have fruit. Yeah, that makes sense. Fruit flavored jelly. Since I was working with Veb on this, there's also some alcohol flavored jellies in there.
Like,
Let me.
yes, we're going to have to work on that later. She's still a businesswoman after all, so she knows the ins and outs.
Yep. For now, take the day to celebrate.
But for
We're
now, I'm going
glad
to
to have you
celebrate with my
back.
customers, my friends, my family. I'm back.
Here, here.
I have stories to tell. And her orchestra pretty much tells stories about her worldwide adventure. Yeah, they even like him and Tamina even chat a little bit since they went to similar places. And I don't have anything left for for today.
Well, I mean, I would like to, try to implement my new farming techniques that I've come up with
Yeah,
to
go
increase
ahead.
farming output significantly. So I'll do professional farmer to start implementing more advanced things, including usage of fertilizer, better crop rotation
Go
methods.
go ahead. Especially since Emso came back with literally a berries that no bunch of berries that no one outside specific ores came from.
Oh yeah, see what like William's gonna see a note. Yeah, William, like you would see a note if you're like working on the farm, like, hey, I was gonna work on this farmer thing. You just see like a whole thing of like these berries and just a note for me that says, "Please try to grow."
All right, and with a 47, you have an idea of where these, what kind of environment that Ems will get these berries from, and how to assimilate it so that you could grow these berries as well. Once you pick up the seeds, that is.
Yeah, once we get a hold of the seeds. But for now, as I said, I'm going to focus more on, revolutionizing it, getting larger steam-powered vehicles online. Basically, combine harvesters, seeders, come up with a more detailed crop rotation, as well as start centralizing the farms more, as well as start preparing areas that historically weren't able to be farmed. Because, Ty, don't forget, we've got that fertilizer production from sewage.
That's true.
And could I try a craft alchemy to see if I could improve the fertilizer even more? Seeing if there's things we could add to it to make it more potent.
Go ahead.
It's taking a while to roll for some reason. 50 near crit. 56. Hello?
Yeah. That's the only thing I can say is, yeah.
Yeah, so what you're telling me, Ty, is that we've got fully industrialized. We're fully industrializing the farming in this nation, at least in the areas that have our influence.
Yeah.
Please tell me, Sewell, you just cracked the fuck, I forget the theory. Whatever theory it was that said only certain number of humans could live on the Earth with a certain amount of farmland, and you just cracked the code.
Oh God, I've industrialized the farming, Leaf.
Yeah,
basically we're fully implementing machines. I'm guessing now most farmers have the equivalent to the NPC farmer trait, but also probably have one level in Thunder Scout now that they just picked up over time.
Yep.
So that and their vehicle is basically either steam ox, the steam ox for the smaller guys, smaller operations, or much larger vehicles. So, did we just create giant fields of wheat in between us and that southern town and other plants?
Let's just say it's pretty much from around here. It's now a wheat farm.
Well, not just wheat. We're probably doing rotation.
Well, wheat, corn. You know what I mean.
Yeah. That also means that we're probably starting factory farming for animals too, which will increase their production significantly. Leaf's away, but yeah. So yeah, Kyria, are you ready to get this ready to crash the food market by dropping the costs?
Oh yes.
Oh boy.
Because we're next implementing this stuff in Hope Valley, which is even more farmland.
Oh God, yes. Especially since pretty much you're the law of Hope Valley. Well, partially the law of Hope Valley. They still have someone from the Sorcerers Guild, Sorcerers Council, and they still have the churches as well as the paladins. But yeah, Hope Valley. But yeah, thanks to helping him deal with the minor stuff, you're pretty much the fourth pillar of Hope Valley. The Gearman is pretty much the fourth pillar of Hope Valley.
Yeah. And I'm guessing we're slowly start planting those other two.
What other two? The other two pillars are the church, the paladins, and sorcerer and sorcerer Sailor herself.
Yeah. And we're slowly supplanting those, aren't we? Magic is becoming less needed, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Officially, if if the Guildman could deal with monsters, the Paladins are pretty much out of business as far as Hope Bell is concerned.
Hey, Goldleaf, do you think we should create like the equivalent of power armor users next? Because we've already got there's that loader thing. We could put those in like really heavy armor,
Oh,
and they can carry, the an underslung version of the full auto thing.
yes.
As well as, they would also be utilizing large weapons. So, Ty,
Yes.
we're making steampunk power armor.
I can also say that seeing that her father is being under control now,
Yeah.
and she doesn't want to waste Sorcerer Monday's time, she just used the prisoners to rebuild the pr- the pr- the prisons before sending back on the ship.
Oh, we've got that covered on our own. We've got plenty of workers on our end. We're fine with it. We'll handle it ourselves. We want to
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Like,
we're
I mean,
utilizing liquid stone and metal these days for reinforcing things. So much tougher than traditional stonework.
I'm sure these people are worked. These people are pretty much work 24/7. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
All right. Well. Well, until next time.
See you around.
Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, everyone's leaving?
Well,
Oh,
I gotta
nice.
go. My employee just came to relieve me. I mean, Ty, how long was that? Was that like almost a 3-hour session?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna go
got-
too, guys. I want to lie down, and then I gotta make a quick stop at the store later. So
Yeah,
see you
same
later.
here.
Yeah,
will say
plus I have
that
to change my band-aids. But I
Have a good
didn't
one.
know I was still streaming this whole time.
we got so much done though. Ty, I'm sorry that we kept ruining your plans.
No, I
Especially-
expected this. I expected you to try to stop Princess Audra from marching out to the king. I just want to know how you did it.
Basically, trying to be nice and kind to her and give her a lot of good food. That was my way. Alrighty. You take care, Ty. I'm gonna get going here because I have to leave for work or leave. 'Cause I
Yeah, I
got
have to
done with
change.
work.
Yeah,
I'm getting some.
yeah. My band-aid is long overdue to change. So till next time.
Till next time.
Because now I have to think of something else to plan. Probably gonna go to my secret DM to help.
Isn't it usually the job of any D&D party to disrupt the plans of the DM?
Pretty much.
Kind of figured.